Okay, so I basically need to season and toss my meat, sear it up. Okay, I think I have everything in place. I have my stew meat, salt, pepper, flour, red wine, mushrooms, carrots, onion, garlic, tomato paste, bone broth, bay leaves, thyme. I'm not doing potatoes. I don't like potatoes. So there's that. Sous vide? It's beef stew. How would I sous vide it? Okay, so I've got my stew meat here. I sous vide steak, but oh my gosh. This is some big chunkers. Let me empty my garbage bucket real fast. I'm wondering if I should cut some of these pieces smaller. Because they're kind of big. They're not too bad, actually. They're cut pretty nicely. Some of them are pretty big, but they'll cook down. So stew meat was on sale at Whole Foods when I was there, which is why we decided to do beef stew this week. And I have been so freaking excited. Hi Sneaky, how are you? I've been so excited. I've been having a really hard time waiting. Hi Pouncer. All right, I'm gonna do black pepper. Yeah, I can't have any like fermented stuff. I think fermented food is okay, but like I'm not allowed to eat like or drink like kombucha and stuff. Hi Hans, how are you? Homemade stew and bread. Yeah, I baked the bread this morning. I'm gonna be prepping more bread tonight, so you guys will get to see that process. I was thinking focaccia though. I'm going to a New Year's Eve party tomorrow. And it's like, it's appetizers. Like the food is all appetizers. We're not doing like a big meal or anything like that. And I was thinking Like a loaf. I did a loaf of like crusty table bread. I was thinking that focaccia is more of like an appetizer bread than like a French loaf. What are your guys' thoughts? Focaccia or like a table bread? I don't have a sourdough starter, so I can't do sourdough. But I've got like this is the bread that I do, the table bread, which is just like a big, like it's really crusty and then like soft and chewy on the inside. It's great for things like stew, or like if we did, is this the last stream of the year? Potentially the last stream of the year. There's a chance. So we're not staying until midnight at this party, just because I don't like to drive on New Year's, particularly like, you know, late, with a little bit of PTSD. So we're coming home early. We're gonna go early and help cook, and then we're gonna come home early before midnight. So I might turn on stream and do the countdown with you guys if I'm feeling it. But we'll see. I honestly, I'm not positive I'm gonna be able to stay up until midnight. I have not stayed up until midnight in quite some time. Yeah, there's just like, you know, so many people out on the roads that probably shouldn't be and stuff, and it just makes me really nervous driving, you know, when I know that there are people on the roads that shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Yeah, drunk people. Like, so when I was younger, I got hit by a drunk driver on New Year's. And it was literally 30 minutes after midnight on New Year's. It was horrible. So I have like a little bit of PTSD. Which is why I've always spent New Year's with you guys, because I don't want to be out. But we were supposed to do a sleepover, but then we had a venue change and now we're not doing a sleepover. So now we're gonna come home. So we're gonna leave early. Well, you have to work at 3 a.m. New Year's Day, so that should be fun. Woo! Yeah. Didn't bake the bottom of the crust. Oh, yuck. Oh, that's why you pre-bake your crust. Like, actually, hi Lily, how are you? You got to pre-bake your crust. You got to pre-bake your crust. Oh, I opened a bottle of wine if you want a glass.
Sure, I was gonna get a little bit more whiskey, but that works.
You want whiskey or wine?
I guess wine works.
Because if you don't want it, I'll just bring it over to Haley's tomorrow.
Sure.
You want to do that? So you want some whiskey? I needed 2 cups of wine for the stew, so it smells so good.
That's a lot of wine.
2 cups is a lot of wine.
It It's like,
Yeah. It's maple. Okay. So we're gonna do some olive oil. And we're just gonna like sear the meat, and it's probably going to happen in like 2 stages here. Dexter, out of the kitchen. I know it's salt. I know, I spilled salt. Actually, I should clean that up before he does, because he will, and that'll be bad. I'm gonna mute myself while I vacuum. All right, I'm back, sorry. You know, I didn't want to blow out anyone's ears. Migraine meds taken. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Migraines are the worst. I hope it goes away soon. Vacuum noise fetish, is that a thing? That's definitely a thing. There's no way that's not a thing. There's absolutely no way in hell that that's not a thing. You got a new work from home job that's better hours and better pay. Yay! Oh, Lily, I'm so glad to hear that. Yay! If you can imagine it, someone is into it. Yep, that's a safe assumption, honestly. That's definitely a safe assumption. Can you post it again for me, Detrox? I'm sorry, I don't have easy access to a mouse to scroll up in chat. Aw, thank you, Crow. I appreciate that. What does a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common? A wet nose. I think you've used that one in chat before. Well, Crow, hopefully soon I'll do some earlier streams. I'll do some more EU friendly streams, okay? Hopefully you can finally move. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. That would be awesome. Yay. Big moves. If AC and fan ASMR is a thing, then vacuum noise is a thing too. True. That's pretty true, actually. But ASMR isn't like a fetish thing. Well, it's not typically made as a fetish thing. I'm sure it's fetishized. Just come back to see if it's done. Not done yet. We're working on it. You bold. I I was doing well there for a while, and then I went from part-time at my other job to full-time at my other job, and now I can't even get ready to stream until after I get done with that job. But, you know, I'll be on maternity leave soon, TM. And have more free time. More free time? And weird hours. Streaming was my full-time job up until about 4 months ago. Yeah, 4 months ago. Well, in the beginning, all they do is like eat and sleep and poop, you know? Merry new baby. Thank you. Who says? Literally everyone says. Everyone who's ever had a newborn has said that all they do is like eat, sleep, and poop. Yeah, I do work from home. I do. Neat. They cry though and need mom's attention. Yeah, but they're like wake hours are like for an hour. Less than an hour. Like they wake up to eat and be changed and then they go back to sleep. Gonna go see your sister's newborn? Aw, fun! Horror movie about baby poop. Well, I really think that, you know, the current thing that we have going on right now where like I cook and Maple cleans is going to apply here, where, you know, if I'm the one cooking, he will be the one cleaning the diapers. I mean, my stream hours haven't actually gone down at all since I started full time. I still stream 5 days a week. But, you know, I gotta be able to pay my bills. Still cooking. Yep, cooking up dinner right here. Okay. I'm talking about breastfeeding. If you're the one breastfeeding, you're the one who doesn't have to do the diaper changes. Hi Kingsley, how are you? Cooking, sorry. Can't do it. Homemade baby food? Well, you don't start like feeding a baby people food for quite some time. My good Christian society. Boobies are for sexualizing. Not for babies. You really need to go to sleep but you don't want to? Oh my gosh. I get that way too, where it feels like getting ready for bed is so much work that you don't want to. Yep, I feel that, Kingsley. I need like something to put my meat on when it's done cooking. Wait, your bed is taller than you? That's funny. Make you hungry? Get yourself a snack, bowl of cereal or something. It'll help. Honestly, a snack always helps put me to sleep. I can't fall asleep if I'm hungry. Ice cream sandwiches, yum! That sounds good. Have a bowl of cereal. I think that'll go well with your ice cream sandwich. Feels like you need a step stool. Get a lower bed frame. Change my routine to taking a shower in the daytime after sunrise as a suggestion for keeping a routine, getting as much sunlight as possible. Also, I lose a lot of energy after 10 a.m. My routine is I like to shower before I get into bed at night. It's part of my like wind down. Without a cushion? Oh, you like really soft beds? I like soft beds too. But it's got, I like soft beds, but it also has to have enough like structure to it, if that makes sense. Like I like soft, but sturdy? Soft but supportive. Too tired for wind down? Yeah, I don't know. Even like no matter how tired I am, I have to like wind down and turn my brain off before my body will let me fall asleep. It's redonkulous and I hate it. Soft but supportive. Yeah, a lot of people don't like soft beds. Like I had a memory foam mattress, which I hated. I absolutely hated. I prefer pillow tops. Yeah, it's gotta, well, I like soft, but it also has to be supportive, right? Like I can't just like sink into it where like my back is all like bowed out. Shower in the morning to wake up. See, I hate waking up. So how I wake up is my partner brings me my coffee into my bedroom and puts it on my nightstand. So have you ever seen that GIF of the small pig burrowing out of the blankets and eating a cookie. That's me with my coffee in the morning. I drink decaf now, but it smells like coffee, it tastes like coffee. And I like burrow out of the blankets in the morning to the smell of coffee. Grab it. But he's a morning person. I'm not a morning person. Pigs under blankets looking for cookies. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that I think it's a GIF. It's like a tiny little pig and he's under a blanket and someone puts a cookie next to it. And he like burrows out and grabs the cookie. That's me in the morning. Little pig in a blanket. And then I drink my coffee. And I snuggle with my dog. I have to wake up slow. It was just really random. Yeah, I'm kind of random. Welcome. What's your pillow? Your new kitten? Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I have to like turn my brain on. I try not to scroll through socials first thing in the morning. But it's hard. Oh, that's so cute. What color is your kitty? Do you ever notice that people never ask you what breed your kitty is, but always what color? What color is your cat? But like when you say you got a puppy, people are like, "Oh, what kind of dog did you get?" A little black kitty? Oh, Lola! That's such a cute name. You're awake at sunrise and at sunset. Wait, like you're awake at sunrise and you fall asleep at sunset, or you're awake at sunrise and you also become awake at sunset? Any food porn? I have a whole food porn account on Coffee. It's all food porn all the time. I also post a lot of food on Instagram on my stories. You've been setting up your office for your new job and keep Kitty from harassing you? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I have a dog bed in every room for my dog. He like sits next to me while I'm working in a dog bed. Right now he's in a dog bed watching me in the kitchen. Hey, I was just answering your question, Grim. It is not my responsibility to make you like the answer. Never had a good relationship with cats. I'm super allergic to cats. So I also have never been able to like get close to a cat. But I think they're so cute. I love pictures and videos of kitties. But I just know that they're not for me. And I just have to be okay with that. All right, last batch of sizzling meat. Butterscotch! Oh my gosh, what a perfect name for a cat! Oh, That's so cute. Butterscotch. Little forest cat. I have no idea what kind of cat that is, but I love the idea of a forest cat. That's so cute. White and orange had a perfect heart patch on his butt. Oh. But oh my gosh. Isn't it? It's okay. I find it hilarious that no matter what your animal is named. Sorry, this needs more olive oil because it's burning. No matter what your pet is named, you always come up with a ridiculous nickname that has nothing to do with their name. Am I having a baby? I am, yeah. I was thinking about it at some point, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Pretty exciting. I'm 29 weeks. Congratulations to you too. So I just entered my 3rd trimester. Yes, first baby. Posted a gender reveal on TikTok. If you wanna find out, if you're curious. I also posted a new TikTok video. You find out in 6 weeks what you're having. Ah, that's so exciting! Are you gonna do a gender reveal, or are you just gonna look? Because I got the email letting me know what I was having while I was in Europe, and it was the absolute hardest thing not to look at it. Like, I did it. I managed it because some of my girlfriends wanted to throw me a gender reveal party, so I promised I wouldn't look, and it was so worth it. Pretty sure. Oh, that's funny. You saw his little ding-a-ling. Sometimes they're just like perfectly positioned and just want to, show off exactly what they're having. Yeah, that's funny. Oh. Yeah, not looking was really hard. And I was like on vacation too, so I really didn't have anything to like distract me. But I was in Europe, so I didn't have very good cell service. So I guess that's good. 1-year-old baby. Oh, fun. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be pretty crazy. It's gonna be pretty crazy, I feel like. Yeah, I went to Germany and France and Switzerland and the Netherlands. I don't think Dexter knows. I don't think he knows anything's going on, if I'm being completely honest. I went to Iceland in 2018. poke you in the eye and slap you and pull your hair. Oh, fun! Fun, fun, fun. That sounds like a really fun stage. Lol. I'll do that one. One more time. As a jungle gym? Aww. All right. I'm gonna do my onion. Celery and carrots. Oh, yeah, it doesn't really understand the concept of like consequences. Trying to figure out what all that means. That's tough. I'm just gonna cook those up. I need to mince this garlic. I'm just gonna do a rough chop of it, I think. Instead of like a true fine mince, we'll just rough chop it. Ta-da! Let's see how we're doing on the bottom here. Just deglaze just a little bit here. I'll deglaze fully after these vegetables soften. I just want to get some of these burnt bits off before they get really crispy. Oh, it smells so good. There we go. Just scrape all those bits off. Nice. Nice. Keep those cooking. I'm going to add my garlic now. And lots of garlic. So good. So good. So good. Let that cook up a bit. And then I'll add my tomato paste. And I'm doing bone broth instead of regular beef broth. It's because it's so good for you. And honestly, I think it tastes better. But they didn't have the brand I usually buy. The brand I usually buy is this one, which is really nice. So I got this organic one. It's organic. Oh God, it smells so freaking good. Like, so decadent. I can't handle it. I'm so excited about this. You know what? Opening that bottle of wine was the right move. It absolutely 100% was the move. It's ginger beer, cranberry juice, and peach Perrier. And then I'm also sniffing a nice red wine. just giving it the old sniff. Just pretending that's what I'm drinking instead of a mocktail. Sounds amazing. It's really good. It's a really good mocktail. It's like a little spicy from the ginger beer. It's sweet, tangy, sparkling. Everything you want in a mocktail. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I turned this back up. I forgot I turned it down because I felt like I was burning things. It was all happening too fast. Look at it. Look at it. My stew. So this is the onion, garlic, carrots, and celery. I'm gonna let these soften just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add no, Nikos, I passed. I don't have gestational diabetes. I feel like if I switch, I put that there and then I put my camera over on the other side, maybe? Over here? Up here? Ta-da! It's beautiful. Oh, there's Dexter. Yeah, so I got the good news that I don't have gestational diabetes. Just before I left for the holidays, which was honestly like ideal timing. Dexter, out of the kitchen. It was honestly like ideal timing so that I didn't have to worry about it over the holidays. Yeah, and it freaking sucks. I'm so sorry that you have to do that every day. I'm down to the dredges. Ugh. The dredges of my tomato paste. Oh. I think that's all I'm gonna be able to get out. So we'll cook that tomato paste up a little bit. Yeah, it's like the last drop of toothpaste, no kidding. A little steamy, a little hot and heavy. Get you out of the steam a little bit. Yeah, plenty of one's still streaming. Just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Oh, umami. Yeah, yeet. So that was my screen. It's getting hot in here. It's getting steamy, baby. Oh yeah. Dexter, out of the kitchen. All right, and then I'm gonna add my wine. Dexter, out of the kitchen. Scrape down my garlic that's all over the side. Garlic and onions. And now we're gonna add, everyone in the pool, now we're gonna add our mushrooms. Yeah. Ta-da! Yeah. Make sure these are all underwater, getting drunk on that good red wine. The only bottle of red wine I had in the house was a $20 bottle of red. But I feel like you just can't make this without wine. Normally when I make stew with wine, I buy like $2 Chuck. But I didn't buy wine for some crazy reason, because I'm a crazy person. Totally forgot about it. So I just didn't buy any. And then I had to make do. Had to make do. Who's trying to escape the pool? A little piece of onion. You're gonna need to soak up that red wine, please. And thank you. Because I'm gonna need you guys to taste delicious. I'm gonna need you to taste exactly like that bottle of red. Thank you. After we, cook down all the alcohol first, though. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. And I baked this loaf of bread this morning. A nice crusty loaf. A nice crusty loaf. So this is, smells so good. This is what we're gonna serve with it. Yay. And it's gonna be so good. I have flour on my face now. No, it's not whole grain bread. It's white bread. These bay leaves smell fresh. Just gonna pop them in there. Rosemary. Almost out of time. Hi, Whale. It is starting to look really yummy. You just season my wine. What if I just ate it like this? Just wine. It's like mulled wine, but savory. Lurkity lurkin. It's like savory mulled wine. It is a lot of wine. It's 2 cups. I needed to come to a boil though, to actually cook the alcohol off. We're gonna have a boozy ass stew. I want the flavor, I don't want the booze. Okay, okay. It was legitimately half a bottle of wine. The last of my peach Perrier. There we go. Now she's boiling.
Oh snap, another one.
Hey,
Chameleon _
thank
just
you so much
subscribed.
for the 52-month resub. You're wonderful and amazing, and I appreciate you. Guys, can you believe that the year is over? It is December 30th. This is probably my last stream of the year. Like, hello? How wild is that? It's been a tough year, honestly. I feel like 2021 was a really, really, really good year. And then 2022 was a really hard year. like really hard. And it was hard, so I spent a lot of time focusing on being soft when I needed to. And taking care of myself and saying no to people and spending more time doing things that I enjoy and relaxing and just being soft. Cooking, we did a whole lot of cooking streams this year. Like, say no to drugs. Okay, listen, sometimes drugs are the best thing that you can say yes to. All right? Sometimes. Not in all contexts. Hi, Kyrioriorior. Hi, Yusuf. How are you? But my vibe for 2022 was soft girl energy. I really wanted to just retire in a cottage in the woods somewhere and cook my delicious foods and bake my delicious breads and read my books and play video games. Like that was my whole vibe all year long. That's all I wanted. I don't know what 2023 has in store for me, but I hope it's good. Don't accept drugs from strangers. I mean, where else are you gonna get your drugs from? Like, hello? When I go on a first date with my pharmacist so we can get to know each other, just a little bit. just a little bit, okay? Okay. I just wanna get to know you. Always test your drugs from strangers. That is not horrible advice. That might be the one. Yeah, that's actually decent advice. Make them try it first. I was talking about legal drugs here, okay? I was talking about prescribed medication. All right, okay. I took a lot of drugs this year, and they were all from a stranger, and I did not test them before, but that stranger was the pharmacist, and I don't know how to test anti-anxiety medication, okay? Listen. If it works, it works. I live in a legal state, so I'm okay. I live in a legal state and a decriminalized state. So, ha. So there. Straight up, we were like, drugs? I simply do not see it. Not illegal. I don't know. What about mushrooms? I ate a lot of mushrooms this year. Oh my God, did I tell you? Speaking of mushrooms, did I tell you that when my dad was visiting, we watched that documentary, Fungus Among Us or something? And he legitimately was like, Erin, I kind of want to do shrooms. And I was like, okay. Now? And he was like, no, but what I do want to do is I kind of want to like go out into the woods and go camping and like have like a shroom experience. Will you come with me? And I was like, okay, yes, but I also am not going to do shrooms. And he's like, that's fine. And he was like, I just feel like it would be the best possible scenario to just like be out camping in nature, in the woods with my kids and like all the people that I love the most in life, and just like have this experience. And I was like, no, I totally support that. And then the conversation like went down the rabbit hole where he was like, if I find out that I have a terminal illness, that's the way I want to go. So then we had that conversation. And I was like, okay, Dad, I will respect those wishes, but also how the fuck are we going to get your body out of the woods after that happens? Like, do we just dig a hole and like leave you there? Like, do we just bury you where we are? Because you're 6'7" and 300 pounds, Dad. Like, I can't take you out of the woods. Well. Oh. Anyways, that's my father, people. He's hilarious. You did it while floating down the river? That sounds pretty relaxing. I feel like you have to be in such a good headspace. I would never, I can't ever do drugs like that. Like, I don't even respond well to like marinara. All right. I know it's a little snuffly. I don't even respond well to marinara because like my noodle is like, nah, fam, there's no such thing as a good trip for you. Bad news bears all the way. All right, I'm gonna grab a stool. Marinara. No, just bread. You were just handed them. No, I'm gonna sit on my stool. Oh, foot cramp. Ooh. Ow. Oh God. Foot cramp. Oh, foot cramp. Oh. I've been getting such bad feet cramps. Oh. Ow. Do I need to drink more water? Ow. Oh. Oh, put weight on it. Oh no. Oh, it hurts. Oh. Oh. No, I think it's helping. It hurts, but I think it's helping. Oh man. I need to eat more bananas or something. Oh. Okay, it's passed. That was a tough one. That was a tough one, but we soldiered through. Thanks, Wavy. Have a good one. I appreciate the advice. Eye twitches from lack of potassium. Eat more bananas. You gotta eat more bananas. Okay, so I'm gonna add my beef back in here. Hi, Brittany. Finally unlurking. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, these are huge chunks of meat. Almonds. I didn't realize almonds were a good source of potassium. I'm not a huge almond fan when I snack on nuts, I usually go with cashews. Do cashews have any potassium in them? Because lately I've been making like my own trail mix with cashews, Reese's peanut butter chips, Reese's Pieces chips, the baking chips, and blueberries. Cashews, the second best thing to come from apples. That honestly traumatized me. Figuring out where cashews came from was traumatizing. Thank you. The Reese's Fast Break doesn't have the right texture for me, unfortunately. Don't look it up, Brittany. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. But they're basically like apple hemorrhoids. Hi, Heart. How are you? Cashews are good for potassium too? Yes. Nothing. Nothing. I just read that this has to simmer for 2 hours. Excuse me? Excuse me? The fuck? The fuck did you just say to me? Okay, Brittany, don't Google it because you don't want to see it, but cashews are basically apple hemorrhoids. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, they're not a nut. I think I need to see this either way. Well, okay, just know that you can never unsee it. And to be fair, I saw it and I still love cashews, so I still eat cashews on a regular basis. So it's obviously not that traumatizing. Oh God. Not as bad as figs. Oh no. They're kind of ugly, not gonna lie. Or give someone a treat. Well, Dexter's not even down here right now. Oh no, he is, but he's sleeping. So it's up to you. But he's snoozing big time. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, a treat for Maple. Ooh, let me see what I have. I have truffles. What else do I have? Truffles. Oh, hi, Dexter. You're a good boy. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, I have fudge. I can give him a piece of fudge. What if he ate them all again? I don't actually have any like candy in the house. But I have fudge. I'll give him a piece of fudge when he comes downstairs. Oh, I love fudge. It's so good. I hadn't actually had fudge in like a really, really, really long time. And one of my aunts in Canada sent me some fudge one year and I was craving it. So I asked her to send me some more fudge and she mailed me fudge from Canada. So it's peanut butter, salted caramel, and mocha. Place called Fudge from Uranus. He might not be hungry. He's always hungry for sweets. He has such a sweet tooth. So yeah, I have fudge. I haven't tried the mocha yet, but the salted caramel is my favorite so far. Okay, so one more time. I'm gonna ask this question one more time. Tomorrow, I'm going to a New Year's Eve party, and the food options are all appetizers. Should I bring focaccia bread, bring focaccia bread, or a French loaf? Which do you think would be better for appetizer vibes? Oh, one of the appetizers that we're making is that TikTok famous butter board, which has me leaning towards like a table bread, because that would be better with butter. Fudge? I've never actually made fudge. Which appetizer? Does Sierra like fudge? Oh, I don't know. Hi, Dad. How are you? I voted focaccia. It's delicious. And fudge. I also love fudge. I'm thinking the French loaf because we're gonna do a butter board. So you need bread for a butter board. But focaccia bread, I feel on its own is more of like an appetizer bread, because you can like eat it like dipped in oil and vinegar. Whereas like a French loaf, you gotta like put something on it. So I'm super torn. Can't decide. I'm also really cold. Is it cold in here for anybody else? I can't see what the temperature inside is. My garland is messed up and blocking the temperature. But it's cold. I have the oven on. I have my stew stewing. Oh, okay, I'm gonna put it in the oven. And then we need to decide. All right. Also kind of obnoxious that I can't, like I was like, oh, if we have enough time waiting for the stew to be done, like we could literally like bake cookies, but no, we can't bake cookies because the oven is in use. It's in use with the stew. So I'm gonna do it for an hour and then I'll check it. I don't want to wait an hour for stew. That's ridiculous. Ugh. What if I just do it on the stovetop? Will that be faster? Probably not, because I feel like it needs to slow cook. Right? French bread you can get from the store, good focaccia is hard to find. That's true. That's also pretty true. I'm like annoyed by this. I wish I was streaming from the other computer so we could go play video games while this is cooking. Oh. We can switch. I want to play RimWorld! Ah! Not easily. We can't easily switch. Which sucks. Oh, you know what? I'll text the group. Ooh, vegan fudge. Time to live on the rim. About which bread? French loaf or focaccia? Time to live on the rim. I want to live on the rim. Ah, I have been like craving playing RimWorld since we first started the update. Ah, I'm so annoyed. Focaccia. I wonder which was the recipe that my mom sent. Both sound good. Focaccia could be fun though. I don't have any fresh herbs for the focaccia. No, I think it was a recipe my mom sent me. My other half. I'm still so confused. About you two. Yeah, here's the focaccia. Copy. Wants me to update my app. I just need to post. I just need to post my recipe. Who won? The French loaf 1 by 1. Okay, so that's the recipe for the focaccia. I mean, in all honesty, I could make both. It's not like I don't have the time. It is so good. It's so good. I'm gonna eat it with stew. If I can wait for the stew to be done, I might have stew for breakfast. Okay, wait, this recipe says the focaccia doesn't have to rise overnight. It says at least an hour. I wonder what recipe I used the last time I made focaccia. Because I don't think it was this one. Because I did an overnight focaccia. Oh, you know what? This recipe looks familiar. Nope. No? Yes, I think it's this one. Please stop auto playing. So this says, in a large bowl, whisk together the flour, salt, instant yeast, add the water. Using a rubber spatula, mix until the liquid is absorbed and the ingredients form a sticky dough ball. Rub the surface of the dough lightly with olive oil. Cover the bowl with a damp tea towel, cloth, bowl cover, or plastic wrap and place in the refrigerator immediately for at least 12 hours or as long as 3 days. Yeah, okay, it was definitely this one. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then we'll get started on this focaccia because I really have to pee. Okay, I'm back. Okay, my phone just died, so it's on the charger. But I got one vote for focaccia from my friends before it died. So I guess we'll go with focaccia. I don't know, we could do both. It wouldn't be that outrageous to just do both. But also, that's a lot of flour to use. Is that really stingy of me? Because I mean, this is all the all-purpose flour left I have, and then I only have this much bread flour left. So I don't actually know if I could bake 2 loaves of bread here. That actually might not work. Because I need 4 cups of flour for the focaccia and 3 cups of flour for the other flour or the other loaf that I make. So I honestly don't know if it would work. I don't know if I could swing it. I have some whole wheat flour, but just all-purpose bread flour and then whole wheat flour. But I don't think focaccia or a French loaf would be very good with whole wheat flour. If I'm being completely honest. Yeah, probably not. Okay, so let's just make the focaccia. I feel like that's gonna be the most fun. Oh, big stretch, buddy. Big stretch. No, he wants to go outside. Sorry, buddy. What? You can't go outside. Not right now. I can't go out with you. He's like, oh, fine. I guess I'll just go look for snacks elsewhere. Okay, 1. Two. I need to not lose track. 3. One more. And 4. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! All right, 4 cups of flour. You know what, that's actually quite a bit more flour than I thought. I could make both. Because I definitely have at least 3 cups left in there, for sure. Okay, salt and yeast. Somebody's throwing a temper tantrum on the couch. And that somebody is my dog. Because he wants to go outside. Chain baker? No, I haven't. Best baking channel. Oh, nice. Hi, Maddie. How are you? Okay, I'm almost out of yeast too. I need to take the dog outside. He's like throwing an actual temper tantrum. Oh, we got 2 votes for focaccia. All right, buddy, you want to go outside and go potty? Oh, it's raining. Go potty. Of course it's raining. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, he actually did have to go to the bathroom. He wasn't just faking it for attention because he wanted to go look for snacks. Okay. Okay. Dexter, inside. Dexter. Dexter, inside. Come on. Good boy. Good inside. Good job, buddy. You want a treat? Good boy. You want a snack? Can you sit? Good boy. Good job, buddy. All right, that was good. He actually did have to go out and go potty. As opposed to pretending like he had to go out and go potty, which he sometimes does when he just wants to go out and look for snacks. But I also don't want to like dissuade him from telling me that he has to go out and go to the bathroom, you know? So it's tough. It's a tough balance. But he's very good. He's very, very good. Okay, I need 2 cups of warm water. I'm gonna whisk this up real fast. The Forest? Yeah, I played it a long time ago though. Dexter, out of the kitchen. So I haven't played it in like a really, really long time. I remember it being hard. Is it still really hard? I never finished it. Are you playing it with people? Yeah. See, I had a hard time getting a group to like commit to playing it. It's a little spooky. It's got zombies, right? Or not zombies, cannibals. All right, I'm gonna pour my warm water in here. I just came back. The game The Forest. Did you ever play it? Santa's Enchanted Forest? Full of cannibalistic elves and treasure. Yeah. Oh, that sounds interesting. 4 cups flour, 2 teaspoons salt, 2 teaspoons yeast, and 2 cups warm water. So I'm just gonna mix it all together and then put it in the fridge overnight. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna coat it in olive oil. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna take it out of the refrigerator and pop it into a 9 by 13 inch pan, like a glass baking dish. Coat it in olive oil again, let it do a second rise on the counter where it's warm instead of in the fridge. And then pour more olive oil on it. It's a lot of olive oil. And poke it with my fingers because it'll be all bubbly and big, and then bake it. The dough can be made like up to 3 days in advance, and you just put it in the refrigerator and let it rise for as long as you need, but I'd say at least overnight. This is basically the same thing I do with my regular table bread that I make, except I do 3 cups of flour, 1.5 cups water, 1/4 teaspoon yeast, a teaspoon of salt, and then I mix it up just like this in the same bowl, and I cover it and I leave it in the oven, in a cold oven overnight. And then in the morning, I take it out and I stretch and fold it. So I like plop it out onto like my floured cutting board. And I just take it, and it's really, really soft at that point, and I stretch and fold the like insides, the outsides in, and then form it back into a ball. And I take the same bowl that I made the dough in, I clean it out, and then I put some parchment paper in it, and I oil the parchment paper, and then I put it back in the cold oven to rise for another 1.5 hours for its second rise. And then when that's done, I take it out of the oven and I put my Dutch oven, which is actually in the oven right now, my Dutch oven into the oven, and I turn the oven on to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. And once that preheats to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, I very carefully take out the Dutch oven, and I pick up my dough loaf in the parchment paper. I pick it up and I set it inside the hot Dutch oven. I put the lid back on. I turn the oven back down to 450 degrees. I bake it for 30 minutes. When it's been baking for 30 minutes, I take the lid off, turn the oven down to 400, and bake it for another 5 to 10 minutes. And that's it. It sounds like a lot, but it's mostly just rise time. What do I top it with? The bread? I mean, whatever I'm making, usually butter. Or like if I'm doing soup, I'll serve it with soup. Today I'm doing stew, so I'll serve it with stew. The focaccia bread I'm going to top with herbs. So I'm going to do rosemary and thyme. Yeah, you could do garlic too. Okay, so I'm gonna do olive oil over the top of this. Ooh. You're gonna want to keep it all slick. That's the biggest thing with the focaccia bread, is that you don't want to be stingy with the olive oil, because that is what makes this bread so good. So you want to be quite generous. Keep it really moist. It is from Italy, yes. So I've like picked up the dough ball so the olive oil can like get underneath it. So it's encircled in olive oil. All over the place. Extra oily. And then I Pro-Stret, if you do bread baking, I get hairnets to put over my rising dough to keep it moist and warm and covered. You don't want it to dry out. So these little plastic hairnets work really well. I steal them from hotels, but you can also buy them at the dollar store. And this is just gonna go right in the fridge. Ta-da! Yay! And that's it. Easy peasy. So easy, so peasy. That only took 30 minutes. What are we gonna do for the other 30 minutes that we have to wait for our stew to be done? Cry? I'm so hungry. I could cry. I'm just gonna cry. I want to like bake cookies or something, but my oven is in use. So that's obnoxious. That's really annoying. I could like prep cookie dough and then bake the cookies tomorrow. Do I really want to spend my morning baking bread and cookies though? You know, I will post this recipe in Discord as well, this focaccia bread recipe. Because I don't have a link for it. Does my bread always turn out the same? No, I feel like every loaf turns out differently. There was a while when I lived in a different place that my bread turned out flat no matter what I did. Like literally no matter what I did, it turned out flat. Oops. My message is too long. Oh, come on. How long is too long? Hi, Balak. How are you? I think it was a temperature thing. I think the apartment that I was living in at the time didn't stay warm enough or have enough moisture or something. I don't know. But there was something about where I lived that just, it didn't work. The bread never turned out the way that it was supposed to. No, I would use like the same brand of flour that I use now. I tried buying new yeast. I tried switching yeasts. It never worked. I'm trying to shorten this recipe. So that it actually fits in Discord as one message. But then I moved and didn't do anything different. And now my bread turns out is never flat. So there's that. Well, so it's the same water. I mean, I didn't move very far. I moved from one side of Portland to the other side of Portland, and I use tap water. So I didn't move very far. For the recipe that I'm talking about, I do proof the yeast. For the focaccia recipe, I don't proof the yeast. I don't have the problem anymore. So for the focaccia bread, I do a cold rise in the refrigerator. For the table bread, I do a room temperature rise. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I shortened that up enough to post. I did! Yay! Okay, I posted it and I'm gonna pin it. My other bread recipe is also pinned in Discord. But it's a two-parter. So. Yay. It's a twofer. Just a little twofer. I also have the recipe for the sandwich bread that I make. It's like a whole wheat seed and nut sandwich bread that's really good. But I use a bread maker for that. But you don't have to use a bread maker for it. You could make it without a bread maker, but I don't think I would take the effort and time to make like a loaf of sandwich bread if I didn't have a bread maker. It's too much work. Way too much work. And then I also have the recipe that we use to make mozzarella, which I failed at. My mozzarella did not turn out the way that it was supposed to. So I wanna retry that. I wanna try making mozzarella again at some point. But it just didn't work out. It didn't work out. I basically made cheese curds. Like the cheese curds were fine, but it definitely wasn't mozzarella. So there's that. But yeah, Discord has, I don't actually know if that link has Discord in it. My link tree does not have Discord. No, it does. Yeah, okay. My Discord server, it is on there. My Discord server has a recipes channel. If you're interested in any of the things that I make, you can either request them and I can post them for you, or if you have recipes that you want to share with the class, you can post them in there. That kind of thing. That kind of thing. I got one. You got a recipe? Ingredients: salad, goat cheese. Done. Easy mode. Absolute easy mode. Oh. What's funny is that I could, so if I wanted to do a loaf of table bread, one part peanut butter, 1 part jelly, 2 parts bread. Perfect. Sounds delightful. I'm so hungry. I just want to eat this stew. It's been almost an hour. Figure out how to actually put it together yourself. It's still cooking. It's in the oven, cooking right now. the recipe says 2 hours, but I'm gonna check it at 1 hour and see if it's edible. Because I will die. It is past my bedtime. Okay? It is past my bedtime. I will die. You know what is a great idea? We should sample our bread. We just need to make sure that it's good. You know, we wouldn't want the bread to taste bad. So we're just gonna like make sure, you know? We just gotta taste test it, you know? We just gotta be sure that it's good. Like, what if it's just bad? You know? Yeah, this is the one I was describing earlier. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it smells so good. Yum. All right, are you an end piece or a centerpiece person? I baked it this morning. End piece or centerpiece? More crust. It was a nice crusty bread. Your centerpiece, end is the best. Oh, crust. A burger or like a sandwich. I'm gonna save the crusty piece for the stew. So I'm gonna do a centerpiece. With some butter.
Want to bite?
Mmm.